I wish I could stay here more. I miss this place. I miss the people here. Miss so much stuff in here. I miss building shit. I miss just talking to people. But I feel like things are slowly changing as the year changes also, because I want to do stuff here. I want to finish this world. I want to finally publish it. I want to do avatars and stuff, and I just don't have too much the drive to do it. Because again, I haven't gone to Resonate. And I'm basically even making this video just because I've been so what's the word? I've been missing Resonate for a long time, and just hadn't an excuse to do so. Even videos, I thought about, I've entertained the idea many times of creating a video just so I could go into Resonate and say stuff and just be in here in this place. But again, it's been this channel has been a blessing and a curse. Well, a curse just for itself, because it's only mostly been a blessing because, well, whenever I have a problem in life, I generally can go back to a video that talks about something similar to that, and I watch it, and I can figure out solution for that, and I really don't need to, well, make another video about it. It's already have a good back catalog that I can basically use as a tool to fix any situation that I have. And yeah, things have been going way better since then. But for that, because I don't need to make a video, I make less videos, so I have less reason to be in Resonate. I don't know, just I feel like there's something inside me telling me, okay, it's time to move on, go do something else. But I really don't know what to do something else. This I know I don't want to. There's nothing to do specifically in Resonate. There's nothing to grind in Resonate. Maybe Protoflux and technical knowledge, but that's not what I'm here in Resonate for. I'm in Resonate for the people, for the hangouts, for making the silly stuff that these items have. But again, not too much of an excuse to come in, and I've been missing it a lot. So I literally just open up this video to talk about it. So I'm giving an excuse to just stay here, to just be here for a little bit, and maybe quench the thirst that I have for this place. So another thing that I want to talk about, and the thing that's been slightly on my mind, and I wanted to make a video about it, but I kind of just figured out a little bit of the solution before even like needing to really make a video, and that is, okay, if you know me or seen this channel, you can imagine I like Linkin Park just a little bit, but just a little bit a lot, but yeah, I can say it is just because of like the band members itself, because, well, the other band members aside from Chester and Mike, they don't put themselves too much out there as the other ones, as Mike and Chester used to do, because, well, one is the writer, the lead writer, and one's the singer. But actually, they both do both jobs. They're part of it. They interchange, but one is mostly one thing, one is mostly the other thing. And looking at that, listening to the songs, YouTube is gonna eventually recommend, like, maybe here and there an interview that they did or something like that, and I just curiosity open to watch it. And one thing that came out as a very peculiar thing about interviews with Chester is that, for example, one interview that he had, well, not even an interview, it was like just a video of people just filming all the crew around, and back in Korea, I think it was around the time they released their second album or something like that, and you can see that Chester is pretty much, he's having fun, he's definitely having a little bit of fun and something like that, but you can see very, very clearly that he is kind of putting up a face in that. He's putting a character, and I cannot imagine how he works outside of a camera, because there's very little footage of him before Linkin Park and stuff of that. Not before Linkin Park, but at the start of Linkin Park and before. Before it's basically zero, but at the start of Linkin Park is basically the only time where you can like kind of see him more for who he is, instead of just like of somebody who know how to deal with the cameras, because music industry and yada 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 yada. And yeah, going back, you can see that he's very clearly playing some sort of character, even though he's having genuine fun and all this stuff. And many things, but he's mostly putting up the Chester for the cameras, and makes you think of about his life. Chester had a pretty rough life from start to finish, even like between Linkin Park and stuff. He that wasn't easy for him. No place, and it's basically something that he wanted to do. It says in all the interviews that he says with all his heart, like, this is him taking off like the little face that he's putting on, and he actually says this completely genuinely. He says, I wanted to be a rock star. This is what I wanted to be. This is always what I wanted. And you know what? Fair for him. He is a guy who has born with an extremely incredible voice. He's been basically sometimes even unknowingly training his voice basically ever since he was like not a kid, but like adolescent, something around those lines. He's been like that's like combining the best of both worlds into a singer. He was really made for this do this thing. And on top of that, you put, I mean, that's not good, but on top of that, he put like the angst and like the pain and stuff that he had to live through his life, and that was still constant throughout his life, even through his singing career. And yeah, I don't think there's gonna be ever somebody even close to the level that Chester came to when it came to singing, like, well, rock and metal, kind of new metal, something along those lines. That there will nobody be ever close to what Chester was, because he's like Ayrton Senna, but from the music world. That he is unique, and simply that there's just not statistically possible to be born a person to come to live his life. And you think about it, he is the legend. He is the guy who was born to be this. He had everything that he wanted to do to be this and be the best at it, and that nobody in a million years could ever take this crown from him. Now, the question is this really what was he was made for this? But was he made for this? No, sorry. He was made for this, but was this made for him? Because you can clearly see that he didn't. That it simply wasn't made for him. Just maybe the person that he lived and the things that he had to go through. For somebody else living another life, that could be possible, that could be manageable sometimes. But when you put in on top of that all the pressure and all the difficulties of music industry, I don't that's not healthy for anyone. Imagine a guy that had to live what he lived through. That's why so many people in the music industry and like singers and stuff, they overdose, they kill themselves, and they die for many different reasons that relate to the head. And just that really is like, it is a tragedy and all. But more than that, that kind of made me think that what if that just not applies to just music industry? Because sure, you can point at it and say, oh, music industry, it's hard and stuff. Yeah, of course, it is hard. And I think everybody can agree with that. But other things are other things, and the subtleties and how they are really made for each and every single person. Because even if you are made to do something, even if you have everything to do that and to become the best, undisputed, and absolute legend of all time, would you do it? Is it really for you? Do you want to give your life up on this just because you are good at it? I don't think that's something I would do, even if I was the best, whatever. If that came to with that level of pressure and that level of misery, why would you do that? Why? What is worth having all this fucking glory and all this fucking this status when yeah, you're just gonna live in misery? And it's a very sad thing. And I guess that applies to basically two different, very, 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 very different levels, like very varying levels. Basically everyone in the world, because everyone is good at doing something. something or whatever. And people have their own personalities. They are not robots and stuff. And they require needs. They have things that they need to do and stuff that the kind of their mind requires more than just what their body requires. And yeah, there's a lot of people, that a very large amount of people actually, who, well, the thing that they're good at doing is also the thing that make that the thing that they were made for is the thing that is made for them. This happens a lot. This is You can see it a lot. You go to fucking anywhere and you're gonna see an example sooner or later. But it's kind of those the examples of people who are made to do something, but the thing was not made for them. They're kind of, they're way less pronounced because, well, just the naturality of this happening, you know. And I think that I only realized this because, well, the way Linkin Park actually works, and like the whole thing around it and the music and stuff, and just the brand and stuff, and how Linkin Park is. And actually makes me think about me myself. To be honest, I've been basically not cured, but I've been basically functionally cured from whatever disease that I've got for the last year. I don't know. I'm filming this in like December, like a little bit before Christmas, like a little bit the days before Christmas. Man, this like this it's been like a year. It's been like almost a full year. It's gonna be on January. It's gonna hit the year, like the year for a year. It's basically right now on 11 months and some days, but it's gonna hit the year mark in like very soon. And it's been there for so long, and I've been basically cured of that, but not cured because everything, all the every single symptom is not, well, one or other here and there is cured. I really managed to find a way to just cure it and make it go away permanently, but everything else is just kind of still there. But I just got so good at dealing with it and so used to dealing with it. It's like riding a bicycle. You just like become second nature to you, you know. And so much stuff that is still there. And I wonder when I'm gonna really go back to university, when I go back to do the things that I want to do. Now thinking about it, do I want to do those things? I don't know. It's a thing to think about, but I'm still completely lost when it comes to this. It's like I've seen like I've been thinking about this a little bit ago. It's like a few days ago. I was thinking about this exact thing, and like I just opened up Discord and like I looked at a meme that was like life in your 20s when you don't know what you're doing, and it's like the meme of like the good castle and the bad castle, the evil castle, and the guy in the two paths. But it's like a guy, and there's like 30 different paths, and like everything else is black, and there's like like a million different groups of 3 question marks like everywhere. And it's like, and then there's one even on him. So it's like, I can completely agree. That's how it feels. But more than that, it's like, maybe I'm not the only person dealing with this. And oh, Sherlock. Really, yeah, that's kind of obvious, but I used to think that the way that I deal with this is kind of unique because I don't see too many people dealing with the problems the same way that I do. It's just like, well, dealing with any problem like it's a practical problem, and it works, by the way. It fucking worked for me with literally everything that I've ever done. So there's not too many people that actually deal with problems that way. So I think that I thought that was kind of like, this was kind of a different case and stuff. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it is to a certain degree when it comes to this and that and the nuances of it. Yeah, but in general, I think that this is the same case. But I don't know. I really don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I feel like Resonate. I like this place. I want to be more in this place. But I've been feeling again inside of me a feeling that you did what you're supposed to do here. Your work here is done. Next thing, go do the next thing. I don't know what the next thing is, but it's like I just get the feel of like I've did what I have to do in here. It's like I don't know why. I don't know what the hell I even did in here, but it's there. And I don't want to leave this place. I don't want to stop being it. Like, there's so many cool people and cool stuff to do around here and fun to have. But I feel like as I go back to, well, how life was a year ago, more than a year ago, a little bit more than a year ago. Uh, yeah, there's some things that I'm gonna have to leave behind. I can't just stay up all night and stay up to 5 a.m. in here, or stay up to 3 a.m. or stay up to 2 a.m. in here. It's like that's just not that's just not sustainable for me to do. And that's it's not like there's so much stuff in my head I can comprehend. Yeah, I can. It feels like there's so much latent truths in my head, so much things that I know for sure that they are, but kind of nothing I can do about it. It's just a fuck around and see. Let's see what's gonna be. And I've been kind of bored because it's not like I have to find out something. It's like everything is found out. Everything that they need to find out for now is found out. But I'm kind of in the middle state where I just don't know. I just don't know what's gonna be next for me. And I mean, it could be anything. It could be something that I'm good at. It could be something that I'm not good at, but it's made for me, or stuff like that. But again, it's a weird feeling because I don't necessarily feel like I am lost, but it does feel like I'm doing nothing to a certain degree. And I don't know. It feels like I get scared of this because at some point it's gonna the papers that I have that say I cannot go to university anymore. At some point they're gonna expire. At some point I'm gonna have to go anymore. Then I'm gonna have to decide: am I gonna go to university or am I gonna do something else? If there's something else, what else am I gonna do? And yeah, we'll cross the bridge when we get there. But it's really something that kind of gets in my head, and it only gets in my head because there's nothing else to think about. I've kind of cleaned everything so much that there's nothing else to clean. So I'm kind of stuck. I'm kind of just like sitting in a very clean house, waiting for something to to get dirty so I can clean it immediately, or something like yeah. So just many things that I've been, but again, stuck. I've been to this. I've been to this kind of state before, but again, every time I come back, it's something different. It's a different way, and I cannot just apply the same problem-solving algorithm that I made in my head to solve every single problem. That I don't know, but I just can't apply it blindly. And I mean, I guess that if I could apply it, I guess actually no. I think I might just apply it blindly, but it's such a background task in my head that I didn't even notice about it or something. I don't know, but that definitely feels like something that I need to do, and there's nothing to do. And what's the takeaway from all of this? Yeah, I don't know. At least for me. Well, for whoever is watching this, yeah, there might be a takeaway for you, whatever. But for me, that I'm just here to just talk about things and just to kind of make a video for myself because I'm kind of bored, to say the least, and because I have time and I am bored, and I miss Resonate, and just those are the three things that I'm here to do. And then again, there's nothing else to do. I already did the video. I don't know, but yeah, there's no takeaway for me, at least, or I think there is. Oh, we'll see again when I watch this video back again in a later date and see if there's something you could help me with. But I'm pretty sure there's useful information here. So yeah, it's been a long while. It's a good video, I think. At least to scratch my itch of going back to Resonate. I'm happy to be here. I hope I don't leave this place behind. I hope I can still come here very frequently. But I guess we'll see. Life is very unpredictable to everyone. But the parts that you can the parts where you can predict and parts that you can fucking change are not predictable. So let's change that. Let's work with it. And the rest, just leave it out. I don't know. Okay, goodbye. Oh, yeah, so turns out I just spoke to a camera for I don't know how many minutes, a pretty long video, and I unfortunately had to click the stream button instead of the record button, so I just basically lost all of that. But yeah, what I wanted to talk about here is I'm gonna condense it a very long video into like smaller form. I miss Resonite. I miss this place. Been a long while since I've been here, and I haven't just found the way to justify coming here too much, because I used to come here for meditation and stuff, but now that daylight savings time has shifted the time zones an hour forward, it's kind of way too much inside the not possible for me. No, it is possible, but it's like not practical for me time to go to. And so I don't have too much of a reason to come into Resonite. And more than that, I